बिस्मिल्लाह रहमान रहीम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला अशरफिल अंबिया'i वल मुरसलीन नबियना मुहम्मद व अला आलिहि व सहबिहि अजमाइन रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we'll continue our lecture on production planning. So this is these are the business processes of production order process. So the first of all, we go with we create the order request. We create the production order request. We have some other activities. For example, when you create the order request, then it checks for the availability of the material, the machine commitments, if machine is available for this production or not. So once everything is okay, then we go for the order release. So we have to release the order. If we do not release the order, then we cannot do any processing because so many tasks are connected with order release. So once you release the order, you can print the order, you can issue the material, you can start consuming the material, and then once your production is done, you can upload the information into the system, or you can go for the confirmation. When you do the confirmation, basically you are telling that, okay, how much labor was consumed for this task, how much material was consumed for this task, how much machines were consumed for this task. So all the expenditures that happen on that particular task, that will be updated into the system, either manually or system will do it automatically when you perform the confirmation. So after the confirmation, so confirmation can be for one operation, confirmation can be for all operations. So it is also possible. So after that, it will discuss, it will do the work in process determination. So in work in process, how much cost so far happened on this production order. Then we have the good receipts. Once your production order is complete, your products are ready, now you have to receive the goods and you will move the goods to the warehouse. And then you do the various variances, like how much you planned. Okay, I planned for like 10,000, and then now when the actual cost happened, it was like 11,000. So this is the difference between that we will get in the variance calculation. So one is the planned price. The planned price was 10,000, and the actual price happens to be the 11,000. So the variance will tell us the difference. And then we will settle the order. For example, if Tariq Aziz ordered this, requested for this production order, and he process this item for me or to make this item for me, then the settlement will be also done with the Tariq Aziz. Tariq will pay the price of that. So once the payment is received or he accepted, then it will be, so the order settlement is done, and then this production order will be archived or it will be deleted, whatever is the system. So this is our business processes of the production order. So any question on this point? Now, how the production orders look like, or what are the elements of the production order? Every production order has the production order number. Which plant will execute this, this production order? So we do have a production scheduler as well, information. The production schedule maybe next week or today or after 2 days, or which date that particular date will have. Another important thing is that this production order will have sequence of operations. operation number 1, operation number 2, operation number 3 and 4 and 5. If we have at least there should be one operation. If there, this is at least, if you are creating a production order with no operation, means it's no use. It's just like that you are creating a purchase order and you did not specify what material you want to buy. So that is of no use. That production order or purchase order is of no use. So if you are creating a production order, it must have at least one operation. Now, if you have more than one operations, so normally we can have more than one sequence of operations. There could be a standard sequence or there could be an alternative sequence. So for example, if you are making a yogurt, one process is to boil the milk, put the salt in it and put the yogurt inside a little bit. Now another process is boil the milk, put the yogurt, and then put the salt. You see that? So we are having two different sequence of operations. So it is also possible that we can pick one of the alternative operation sequence. Operation may have sub-operations, that is also permissible. You can link a document, you can link a document with in the production order. So that document will help. It could be an engineering drawing, it could be a step-by-step instruction for the workers. So that documents can, it could be a picture, it could be, it could be anything that you can add to the production order. And once you did the confirmation, and the cost will be, determined. Okay, the cost will be determined on the operation level as well. So you have like 5 operations. Every operation will determine the cost. So on the last operation, you will get the complete picture of total cost, actual cost. So at that time, you can compare the actual cost with the planned cost. So that is also. And then you have like settlement rules, if you did not create the settlement rule, system will take you to that slide or to that screen where you can set up the rules, and then you can settle this order, the production order. So this was the elements of the production order. So if you open the production order, you will see all these items, all these elements on that particular production order. Now, creating and releasing a production order. As I mentioned before, creation is, you can create the production order, but unless you release the production order, the actual manufacturing will not start. Actual production will not start unless you release the production order. So that creation and then release of production order is very important. Now, if you see here in this slide, on this slide, plan orders, we have a plan order, and then we have to convert this plan order to the production order. And if you see here, we are having the set of operations. So we can plan these operations. We can plan these operations here. And then once we convert, these will be our final planning or final production order sequence of operations. So plan order is used for in-house production. When you have a purchase requisition, the purchase requisition is to purchase the material from outside the organization. If you have a plan order, basically we are using that plan order for in-house production. For example, I have a rice mill and I'm planning for a production. So I will create a plan order, and then that will be converted into production order. And the factory will create that material for me. Plan orders contain the basic dates, within which the production is going to take place. So, and once you convert those, once you convert the plan order into the production order, the dates will be copied. You can plan the capacity, how many machines you need, how many people you need for that. So basically, production order is an example of manufacturing order. Now you created the production order, and then you release the production order. So after you release, now if you see, these are the activities that you can perform. And what are those? Oh, you can print the documents. You can print the document for the shop, manufacturing shop. You can withdraw the material. You can start the processing. Once the operation is complete, you can do the confirmation. Once you made the final confirmation, any last operation is done and the material is ready, so system will make the good receipts. The items which are produced, you have to move these items to the warehouse. So once you go to the warehouse, so basically the good receipt is done. And then you have to settle the order. So, and when you create the order, the order will have a status written on the top, CRT. Or CRT status means the order is created. And once you release the order, after CRT, you'll have a space, and then it will write REL. Now you can see two statuses. Oh, it is created and it is released. So once you do the confirmation, the statement, the same production order now will show three statuses. Create is already done, release is done, and the CNF, the confirmation. Okay, so looking at the production order, you can see that, okay, this is the status of the production order. We have already done the confirmation of the items, means it is done. It was created, it was released, and now the confirmation is done that the material is ready and it is received into the warehouse management. So is that clear, guys? And it is also possible that you can release a single operation, like you are having 4 operations, 10, 20, 30, 40. So operation number 10, operation number 20, operation number 30. So you can just release operation number 10. It is also possible. Or you can release entire order, all 4 operations. And you can also release multiple orders at the same time. This is also possible. So performing a material withdrawal. So material withdrawal means goods issue. So raw material issue. So this is also one of the main milestone in the production order process. So once you release the order, now you can issue the goods. Issue the goods to different operations. So for example, operation number 10 needs 1 complete day. So the goods will be issued to that. And the next day, the goods will be issued for the next operations. So you can issue the goods once the order is released. So once you make the goods issue, what will happen? The effect of the goods issue is your reservation, the material you reserved for this manufacturing, it will be reduced. Okay, because you already planned for the withdrawal, that when I will start the manufacturing, I will withdraw this material. So you reserve the material, that reservation is reduced now. The storage location, the material was available in a specific storage location. Because of this consumption, the stock will be updated. Okay, before we were having like 10 quantities. Now for this manufacturing, we reserve some material and we withdraw the material. Now it will be, we issue the material. So the now stock will be less. Once you issue the goods, now these goods are available for this production order. So you can determine the actual cost. How much cost is happening for this manufacturing, you know. It is also possible that you are withdrawing the material which you have planned. And sometimes it is also possible that you didn't plan for a material and you need that material. So you can also make unplanned withdrawal as well for the manufacturing, because you cannot stop the manufacturing. So you can do the planned as well as unplanned withdrawal of the material. So once you issue the goods, you generate the material document, you generate the accounting document. Why material document? Because the quantity is reduced in the warehouse. Why you need the accounting document? Because the value of the inventory is reduced, is changed now. Then you have to issue the, then you may create the controlling document. And by the way, controlling document is created in the cost management, in the cost accounting or management accounting during the production. Or you can say that the controlling document will be, you are debiting this much amount or this much material to this production order. So you are fixing that this material I withdraw, this is going to this production order. That is where you can use the controlling document. And you can also print the goods issue slip as well. So issue the goods against a production order, or you can issue the goods to that particular cost center. Any location where you're doing the operation could be a cost center. Any work center can be a cost center. This is very important from the exam point of view. You may have like 1 or 2 questions from this slide. So we have talked about material withdrawal for a production order. Now we'll go for the order confirmation, and then we'll talk about the good receipts and quality management. Now, if you see here, we are doing the confirmation. So we are manufacturing the items, and we do, once all the operations are done, we have to, you know, enter the values into the system to finalize that, okay, we are done with this job, so that we should be, you know, we are free for another job. So before doing the other job, we do the confirmation. So once we do the confirmation, it will create some impact on our system. So the confirmation, basically, it records all the manufacturing activities, such as labor cost, the setting up of the machine cost, the packaging time cost. It will record the time as well. Setup time, setup cost, packaging time, packaging cost. So to make sure that, okay, the cost of production, what we are getting is exact. And confirmation also represent the transfer of all costs from the cost centers that perform the work to the production order. Then I requested for this production, so they will create a production order in my name, and all the cost will be transferred to that production order. You know, if we go to a mechanic shop, so first of all, what they do, they create the maintenance order, exactly like a production order. And any material they will use on my car, they will keep on adding to that maintenance order. Actually, that is a production order. So they will, so at the end of the day, Tariq has to pay all those costs which happens on that. The materials, the machine time, so they may, do some machine job on my brakes. So they will charge for that machine time, the labor time. So basically this confirmation is for the internal activities which happen during the production. So if you see here, confirmation is for the order, the capacity requirement, the material document, the human resource, the labor, the actual cost. So all these activities happen when you do the confirmation. So once you do the confirmation, it will have an impact on the production order and on other things as well. So first of all, the status of the production order will be changed. So before it was CRT, then REL, and now it will be CNF. The confirmation is CNF, finally confirmed. And with that, actual cost will be written to that production order. So the cost will be updated. Actual cost will be updated for this production order. The status will be changed. The quantity will be changed, will be updated. So with the confirmation, it will have impact on the production order. And this will happen when you confirm the last operation. Automatic good receipt is posted. You know the good receipt, automatic good receipt. So what will happen? You produce the material. As soon as, and you're not keeping the material on your production facility, So once you confirm the last operation, the system will say, okay, I received 10 quantity in my warehouse. So all these items you produced will be shifted to the warehouse, and confirmation will automatically update the system, and system will show that we received, now we are having 10 extra quantity. So another thing is the backflush. Guys, this is an exam question, the backflush goods issue. And this is very interesting concept. So when an operation is confirmed, automatic goods issue is posted. You might get confused that we already done the goods issue, guys. If I go back to the previous slide, here we did the goods issue, right? But actually, and we did the confirmation, we did the issue, we make the material, manufacture the material, we did the confirmation, and we did the good receipts. Okay, what is this backflush? What is this goods issue? Guys, you issue the goods. Okay, the system will still count that it is available, that this material is available. Once you made the confirmation, now system will say, okay, now it is consumed 100%. And it will remove it from the system. It will say, okay, I issue the goods for the manufacturing, and manufacturing is done, and these goods are no more available. Imagine you issue the goods and the machine broke down. You were never able to start the manufacturing. So system will still count that those you issue the goods for the manufacturing, those are still available, unless you made the confirmation. Once you made the confirmation, the system will automatically issue the goods from the system. They say, okay, now these goods are no more available. That is what we call backflush. So unless you do the confirmation of the operation, the material will be shown in the stock. And then, it will do the, so we do the good receipt for the material produced, and capacity reduction is there. Capacity reduction is carried out. Human resource data, the labor charges are. System will be updated for, the reporting system will be updated for the statistical data, how much items were produced, how much time it takes, these kind of information. So confirmation is very important, guys, very important. Exam question, guys. From there, 2 exam question at least. Now we have like good receipt. Once you submit the last operation, as I showed you before, once you make the confirmation, automatic good receipts will be done. It is also possible that there's no automatic good receipts. So once you do the confirmation, you can do manual good receipts. So the good receipts will update the production order, the stock quantity, the account determination, the material documents, accounting documents, controlling documents, good receipt slips, and transfer requirement document. Because you want to receive the goods into the warehouse, so you need the transfer requirement document. System will print the transfer requirement document. So you should know that where and which location you will be storing this material in the warehouse. So good receipt is actually you're receiving the stock that you produced using the production order. And system will generate the material document, the accounting document, and the controlling document. Controlling document, as I mentioned before, it is for this production order. The material document is for your inventory. Accounting document is for finance. And controlling document is for you are transferring this material to this production order. System will update the delivered quantity, and you can do the good received posting using the movement type. Guys, this movement type has an exam question. So good received is controlled by movement type. We'll talk about movement type in the next slides. So this is very important. The good receipt, whether you are receiving from your plant or after manufacturing, or you are receiving goods you purchased and you want to shift them to the warehouse, you will use the movement type. Because whenever you receive the goods, whether you are purchasing or you are manufacturing, you will make the good receipt. And you need to control that good receipt with the help of movement type. And the movement type which we use is 101. We'll talk about that. Now, if your quality management component is integrated with the production, then you can, monitor the quality of the goods at different places. You can monitor, you can do the inspection of the good receipts when you're receiving the goods at that time. You can do the inspection at the source. You can even do the inspection on every operation. You have like operation number 10, 20, 30, 40. So on every, it depends on your requirement. That you really need to do the inspection on every operation. If so, then you can. System will not let you go unless somebody come and inspect the system, and then it will move to the next stage. So the system will generate the quality notification that will allow you to do the inspection. So inspection can be done during the production, Inspection can be done after the production. Inspection can be done after you receive in the warehouse, So you can do inspection on different location depending on your choice. Now, we'll talk about stock transfers and transfer posting. Guys, this is also very important. 2-3 questions, 4 questions might be from this stock transfer and transfer posting. Now, transfer posting does not involve physical movement. Stock transfer involve physical movement. This is the basic difference. The transfer posting does not involve movements of goods, physical movements of goods. Whereas the stock transfer, you need to move the material physically. Now, in transfer posting, where we don't move the material, so why we need it actually? You can change the stock ID. So if you change the stock ID, you don't need to move the material. Before, stock ID was like A1, and now you just change to A11. So in that situation, you change the stock category, for example. Now this category is changed now. Before it was category A, now you change the category B material. So in that case, you don't need to change the location of the material. You don't need to physically move this. So that is what we call transfer posting. Material to material, for example, you put the milk and after some time it becomes a yogurt. Now the material is changed, it's no more milk here. So you can change the material number. So do you need to change the location as well? No, it was there and it is still there. You just change the material number. Consignment to warehouse. Okay, this is, you're having a consignment and you are in the warehouse. Okay, you received it, you just change the movement type. Now, physical transfer, the stock transfer is a physical transfer. If you're moving material from one storage location to another storage location, for sure you need a physical transfer. Plant to plant, again, company code to company code, you need a physical transfer. Stock to stock transfer is also, there's another, you receive the material and it is for, and you receive the material and you put it blocked. You make it a block that nobody can withdraw any material from this one. Unless somebody comes and he approves the material, and then it will be changed to unrestricted use. So once the material is blocked, somebody came, he did the inspection, and he says, okay, now you can use it. So you change the status from block to unrestricted use. That is an example of stock to stock also. You have a material, you receive the material, and it is subject to the quality inspection. Once somebody will come and he will do this quality inspection, yes, is okay, then you can change the status of this material to unrestricted use. So this is an example of stock to stock transfer posting. Very important. You may get 1 or 2 questions from this slide. Now, if you see here, we receive the material. This material is subject to quality inspection. Okay. And this is the movement type, guys. This is the movement type. So if you're receiving from outside, from the plant, you manufacture and you got the material here, you will be using movement type 101. You purchase the material coming from outside, you will use movement type 101. But now, since it is in there, and now you are going for the quality inspection, oh, you want to block it. So to make it blocked, you will use 350 and 349. So when the material will come, for example, the first stage might be the block stock. So the stock is blocked with the 101. But now you want to shift this block to the quality inspection, you will change the movement type to 349. So this is now, so you're not moving the material, but you are changing the movement type to 349. Any material with 349 will be subject to quality inspection. And you're going to put it back. So you have to just plus one. 349 plus 1 is 350. So you put 350, it will go back again to the block state. Similarly, from block to unrestricted use, you use 344. You're going to send them back 344, just plus 1. And similarly, from quality inspection to unrestricted use, 321. And you're going to send it back to quality inspection, 322. Change the movement type to 322. So that is how you are controlling inspection, quality inspection, block stock, unrestricted use. There is no movement of stock. The stock will remain on its own physical position. And by the way, you can, from the block, you cannot withdraw the material. You cannot use the material, but you can withdraw for quality inspection purposes. You can withdraw some goods from a blocked or from the quality inspection for testing purposes, not for the consumption. Not for the consumption. You can consume the material from the unrestricted use. If the status is unrestricted use, you can sell it, you can use it as a raw material, you can do anything what you want to, but not from these two. Any question on this slide, guys? Okay, Umair, I just noticed that you sent me a message for the backflush. So let's go back to the backflush. Now, this is backflush. So once you do, okay, remember one thing. Once you issue the material is issued for manufacturing. But if you look at the quantity available of that material, you will see in the system that still they are available, although you issue the goods. Actually, when you issue the goods, you should not see in the system. Okay, this is the normal procedure. But for manufacturing, even if you issue the goods and you go back and see, okay, how much material is available, it will include the goods you issue for manufacturing, because the system is not sure whether you consume this material or not. The system will come to know once you made the confirmation of that purchase order or production order. So once you do the confirmation, at that time, system will confirm and it will make the goods issue. It will remove the material from the, so after that confirmation, you will not see that material into your stock items. But until the confirmation is not done, no, you will see when you go for the display the material, you will see the material into your system that it is still available. And the reason is, for example, you issue the goods and you never consume it because maybe somebody canceled the production order. So what will happen to that goods issue? That is why system still shows that material is available. material is available. Once you do the confirmation of the order, that is the time system will issue the goods from the system, and it will not appear again. That is what we call backflush. Is that clear, guys? Umar? Write in the chat so I can. Okay, sir, means not clear. Okay. Now, so we are doing the transfer. We talk about transfer posting and stock transfer. Now we are transferring the stock from one plant to another plant. So if you see in the example, we can transfer from one plant to another plant. And we can also transfer from one plant to another plant, which is available in another company code. So there are two different things. You are transferring a plant within the same company code, and you are transferring the material from one plant to another plant within the same company code. And you're transferring material from one plant to another company code. So this is also possible. There's something that you need to remember. You can transfer the material if it is unrestricted use. Okay. If it is unrestricted use, yes, you can transfer the material. If it is in the quality inspection or the block stocks, no, you cannot transfer these two materials. So material will be transferred from unrestricted use. Okay, this is very important. Now, you know that this plant has many storage location, and this plant also has many storage location. So if you're transferring the material in this plant from one storage location to another storage location within the same plant, there'll be financial document will not be created, because there's no any impact on the finance. Before the material was there, the value of the material was same. Now it is available in another location, in another storage location. So, but in the same plant, so it doesn't matter. But if you move the transfer, if you move the material from one plant to another plant, oh, the value of the material available on this plant is reduced now. And the value, so that is why it will create one financial document. Okay. But if you are transferring, if you are moving material from one storage location to another within the same plant, no financial document, there is no financial impact. So, but if it is from one plant to another plant, then you have an impact of the, so financial document will be created. There is impact on the finance and impact on the material, MRP as well. So material document will be created, and one finance document will be created. Guys, exam question. They may ask you that how many documents will be created. So you can say that if it is plant to plant within the same company code, one finance document and one material document will be created. If it is plant has many storage location and you are moving within from one storage location to another storage location, no, material document will be created, because it will show that, okay, material is available on this location, but not the finance document. If it is cross plant, then the material document will be created here and material document will be created here. Two material documents. Finance document, because the inventory of this company code is gone down, and also for the plant as well, and the value of the plant inventory gone high, gone up. So the finance document will be created here and finance document will be created in another plant because they are two different company codes. Huh? Material document will be created here and material document will be created here. So two document here, two document here, if it is between the cross company code. Any question, guys? Now, when you are transferring the material from one plant to another plant, you can use the stock transport order. Stock transport order is like a purchase order. So basically, you are purchasing the material from another plant. So you're not saying that I'm purchasing the material. Basically, you say they just named it like a stock transport order, but it has same facilities available like a purchase order. So we have some advantages of using the stock transport order. By the way, we can transfer the stock from one plant to another plant using the stock transport order, or we can transfer without using the stock transport order. Possible. But stock transport order has some benefits. So the benefit is when you're running the MRP says that I have a shortage of material. So MRP will create purchase requisition. Okay, because the shortage is there. But now we know that this material is available in another plant. So why should we purchase it? Why not we can get it from the other plant? So we can convert that purchase requisition into stock transport order. That is the first benefit that we can make if the stock transport order is integrated with MRP. If this stock transport order is integrated with MRP, then we can convert the purchase requisition into stock transport order. And the receiving of the material can be planned because we'll come to know that, okay, which date it will be received. The delivery cost, the forwarder cost, the carrier cost that can be added to the transport order. We are receiving the goods into warehouse, and we can also receive the goods directly for the consumption, and that is possible with the stock transport order. So we can transfer the goods either to the stock in the warehouse, or we can send it directly to the project for the consumption. If we are having a stock transport order, you can put the material for quality inspection, or you can put the material to the block stock, or you can put the material into the unrestricted use. So you still have the facility like you are having in a purchase order. Huh? Entire process can be monitored, by the way. Any goods issue and good receipts and the purchase order history. So you can do like that. How much material you receive, for example, some material you receive today and some you will receive tomorrow and some you will receive after 3 days, that you can monitor on the stock transport order. Okay, now we'll talk about various end of period activity, period end activity. So various calculation and order settlements will be done. Very interesting process. Now you have like preliminary costing, you plan the cost of this manufacturing. For example, 10,000 is the cost, initial cost you plan. and you create. So you have a basic costing data that you put on the, based on that you created the purchase order, production order. And once you release the production order, now you can enter the actual costs. As soon as you withdraw the material, the cost will be added to that production order. As soon as you reduce, you get the raw material, the inventory will be reduced, the reservation will be reduced, the expenses happening on this production will be moved to the production order. Once you do the confirmation of one activity or all activities, the amounts will be moved to the cost centers, or amount will be moved to the production order. So system will create, the delivery, outbound delivery. When you stage the material, when you create the production order, you release the production order. Now you need to delivery of what? The delivery of raw material. 2 different operations. Operation number 10, operation number 20, operation number 30. So you have to deliver the raw material to that. So you can stage the material staging, the delivery of the material, raw material. Now, period end activity, we have the first one is the calculation of work in process. How much amount, how much cost happens at this when we do the period end closing. The second activity of period end closing is the calculation of the variance. The first one is work in process. Okay. Second one is the calculation of variance. Oh, we assume we planned for 10,000, but actually the cost happens is like 11,000. So this is the variance that we will be doing. So this is the second activity for the period end closing. And the last activity is settlement. Settle the order. Tariq Aziz gave the order. Okay, settle the order with him, get the money from him and settle the order. Now, so when you do the product settlement, you can settle the order that you can settle the order against that production order. You can credit the order during the settlement. You can credit because we didn't receive the money from the guy who gave the order. So we are giving this material on credit for manufacturing. So we will credit everything we use. We will keep on crediting to that production order. So order settlement is basically crediting all expenses to that particular order. Settlement is done periodically. Every end of month you can do that. Every quarter you can do that. Settlement. When we do the settlement, so you can use the settlement profile. So there is a profile. This settlement profile you can use to control the settlement parameters. how to do the settlement. It should be through the allocation, or it should be through some other means. There are 3, 4 settlement methods. You can pick one of them. You can pass on the parameter. Accordingly, system will do that. Now, for example, if you did not set up the confirmation or the settlement, then system will take you to that screen and it will force you to set up the parameters. So settlement will basically the last activity that will get you to the, complete the production order. Now, we do have some integration point of plan to produce in manufacturing. What are the integration point? When you are planning, you are using the sales history to find out how much production you are going to make. And that is what we call plan independent requirement. So based on the previous sale history, you enter the values into the sales operation. And then from the sales operation, you transfer those values to the demand management. Demand management, okay, what is the demand management? For example, in the January, February, you will be producing 100 materials. In March, April, we'll be producing 200. So these are the values: 100, 100, 200, 200 will be transferring to the demand management. That will create the plan independent requirement. This is the requirement that we are going to manufacture. These are the quantities we are going to manufacture, but we don't have the orders. Plan independent requirement means we don't have the orders. We are producing with the hope that we will be able to sell, because last year we have this much sale. For example, I have a biscuit factory. I will not wait for the orders. I'll keep on creating the biscuits. And with the hope that, some companies will come and they will buy the material from me. Then we have supply and demand element. We did run the MRP based on this requirement. We run the MRP and we come to know that how much raw material we need for this manufacturing, these, to fill these requirements. So for example, January, I need 100. So MRP will tell me, do you have enough 100 for the January? If not, it will create the purchase requisition, it will create the purchase order, and it will, update the MRP list. So it will run the MRP to find out how much material is available. It may create plan order as well. The MRP may create plan order. If it creates the plan order, for example, or we got a plan order, we got a order from the customer, we can, or even if we don't have the order from the customer, from this plan independent requirement, we can create the plan order. We'll create the manufacturing order. We will issue the goods. So when you issue the goods, it will, change the inventory. It will create the material document, accounting document, and controlling document. All the goods we issue, the controlling document will move that, will move the cost of those material to the production order. Then we'll do the confirmation, and the confirmation will be working on the controlling document that will be moved to the, again, it will move all the expenses, cost to the production order. We'll make the good receipts. When the good receipt is done, material document will be created, because we are receiving the goods into the inventory management system. Accounting will be created because the value of my inventory is increased. The material document will be created because the quantity of the inventory is increased now. And controlling document will be created. This will go to the production order. Order settlement, it will create the financial documents because we receive the payment, and it will create the controlling document. because now the production order balance is 0. So it will update the controlling document as well. So guys, this was the last slide for this lecture. Inshallah, next time we'll go with the next lesson. So if you have any question, please let me know.